Hello everyone, welcome to a different kind of video. I am obviously not talking about DSP, I'm talking about Lily Pete, or now she calls herself Lily Orchard on YouTube. I know I've not covered this person a lot. It's mostly because a lot of the videos that this person has uploaded is just stuff that either I have no opinion on or I just forgot about it. I don't know, maybe I'll go back and watch some to see if there's anything to talk about. I think there was like one video or two that I was like, oh, I want to talk about this maybe, but who knows? We'll get there when we get there, I suppose. But I picked this video. I picked this one because this is talking about High Guardian Spice, a show on Crunchyroll that had a lot of PR. Now I don't know. I don't remember if I did a video on it. I can't remember. I think I did. But I don't remember if it's on my main channel, or this channel, or if it's just a file sitting on my computer somewhere. I don't remember. I don't remember. But I remember talking about it. But I don't know. But we'll get to it when we get to it. I guess I'll share my thoughts in this video about it. Oh no, I think it was this. I don't know. I don't remember. Fuck it. Let's get started.
And you, I did not request your help so that you could bring aliens into the Empire.
Speak to me again in that tone.
Now, I don't know why she put this in the beginning. I don't know. Maybe it's gonna tie in by the end.
I'm sorry, my lord.
The other thing is that I'm surprised that she didn't have the Family Guy, like, give me money, give me, for a while, Lily Pete, Lily Orchard, whatever, Lily, always started her videos with the Family Guy where Peter is doing the violin saying, give me money, and then that went away. I think DSP should have that beginning. He starts this pre-stream, give me money, give me money, give me money. They is sulk. Oh, the other thing I kinda don't like. So if you go to like Lily Orchard's fucking channel, let's go to her channel. No thanks. I do kind of want to do a video on this video, but it's like an hour 34 minutes. I don't know if we all want to sit here for 10 hours. But it is what it is. Maybe someday I'll think about it. So she does these stupid 3 minutes videos, which I don't think they're good videos. Like, we'll just go in here, see what these are like. Oh, this is the intro I'm talking about. See, always starts with this.
Beatrix, the first witch of the Cavendishes.
Oh no. Oh god, no. Please, no, not a Diana episode. Why are you doing this to me?
Already, this triggered me. Diana is a great character, and he's saying, well, why are you doing this
Me.
to me?
Aww! Diana's gonna leave Luna Nova?
Yay!
Yeah. Shit taste, TBH. This person should be ashamed of herself. She should be ashamed of herself. Shitting on Diana. Diana's the best. You know, fucking really? Get out of here. Then she does a Steven Universe, is garbage video. I mean, because that's never been done before. I wonder what new opinions that she'll bring to the table. I mean, maybe it's going to be new stuff. Maybe it's going to be stuff that's going to be
Hey everyone,
new.
this is a sneak peek for the next big video. The fact that the story is dragging on and on and on. Normally filler is fine to flesh out the
it talks about the pacing. If you want to see a good review of Steven Universe that's kind of like giving actual good criticism, watch the Robo Buddies, I think her channel is called. A review of Steven Universe. She actually criticizes it very well. It's like, I agree with it. A lot of the issues I have with that show, best summed up in that video. But okay, so she keeps putting these stupid fucking titles for Glass of Water. Glass of Water is her series where she talks about stuff. but she has these weird fucking names. Like, there was one that I didn't know what the fuck was about, and then I watched it and it was talking about, like, I think it was this one.
There's a shared feeling floating around the community that Starlight hasn't been punished enough in proportion to her actions.
Like the fucking ponies, dude.
Someone if they've already realized that their actions are wrong and that Starlight is too powerful to punish regardless. Let's address.
So it's literally just talking about Starlight's character. I mean, I guess it's whatever. Fuck it. I just kind of wish that this was more accurate to what the topic is all. But okay.
Hark the herald angels sing, alt-right puns don't know a fucking thing. So, did you hear about the latest outrage about cartoons that aren't out yet? Which one? Good question. One of the big...
I love the, you know, it is interesting when people complain, like, criticize something before it's out. Like, yeah, fair enough that you don't know if the show's gonna be good or bad. That's fine to say, you know, you should kind of wait for the show to come out, but, you know, you can also be turned off by a trailer. You can watch a trailer and say, you know, it just isn't for me. I think the reaction of High Guard and Spice is kind of ridiculous on both sides. Mostly on the people who are shitting on it, in the sense that, well, we'll get to it when we get to it. I don't want to get ahead of myself here, but just the notion of saying that it's dumb to shit on a product based off of the trailer. I mean, yeah, there's some merit to that, but at the same time, you can be turned off by a trailer. You know, if I watch a trailer to a movie and the trailer, let's say, has fart jokes, you know, bland story, you know, whatever, it gives me just no desire to watch it. I'm not gonna watch it. I'll probably say this movie looks boring. I don't want to watch it. Yeah, I haven't seen the movie. The movie could be fun. It could be amazing. But the trailer turned me off, which is supposed to be the point of the trailer, is to get me excited for the product. But okay.
Biggest tells that someone doesn't have a single smart thing to say about a show is if they pitch a shit fit about it before it even releases. The last few months have been filled with new shows being announced and nerds on the internet losing every last crumb of their shit over them. By now you're probably already aware of Teen Titans Go and the sheer amount of nonsensical outrage that has been—
Nonsensical outrage for Teen Titans Go because, you know, no one liked the original apparently, and they wanted to know more about the original Teen Titans because, you know, it ended on a cliffhanger pretty much. Didn't really continue the story, kind of ended in the middle of it, and we never heard of it, and then they announced this, and it's not what anyone wanted. Kind of sounds like it was kind of sensical why people were upset about it. I've said this before, I honestly understand more of the outrage of Teen Titans Go than High Guard and Spice, because High Guard and Spice, to be fair, is at least a new show. It's not trying to be another show. You can criticize the style, you can not like it, that's fine. I think the story is kind of boring. You know, just the premise of just 4 girls going to magic school, I mean, that's been done before. But I could at least say that there is some merit to High Guard and Spice than there is of Teen Titans Go. Teen Titans Go, you could say it's funny. I'm not necessarily saying that the show is bad, but I can understand why people were upset about it because, you know, I was also a fan of the original Teen Titans, and then I got this. It's like if DSP said, okay guys, I'm listening to all the feedback, I'm changing, I'm gonna, you know, give you the best content ever, and you all tune in, and instead it's just him jerking off. It's like, what?
filling YouTube about it for literally years, to the point that the Teen Titans movie came out announcing a return to the original Teen Titans, and I can see that going one of two ways. Either A, those with the rose-tinted goggles—
Fucking Mr. Enter, wow. That's... oh, man.
For Teen Titans will constantly praise it regardless of content and continue stroking the Teen Titans—
Because, you know, the original was just not good at all, right? I mean, it just was terrible, right? Terrible episodes. I mean, I could see you thinking Teen Titans, the original, is bad if you just watched the filler episodes and you just watch those and you don't watch any other episodes. I can understand if you didn't like the show because of that, but it had a lot of good episodes that weren't filler, that were actually pretty good. I mean, obviously, it's not like the second coming of Jesus. I mean, it's Teen Titans. But it was fun to watch. I mean, it's the same reason why people like Young Justice, which I kind of don't like. I don't really love Young Justice, TBH, but I can at least understand why people like it. I can understand why people like Teen Titans. You know, if they are doing a continuation of it, oh my god, I'm burping a lot, sorry. I just hope that the original cast is working on it. Not just the voice actors, I'm saying like the writers, directors, that kind of shit, because a lot of shows, if you try to reboot a series, and you don't get the people that worked on it, you know, at least 50% of them to work on the reboot, it's not gonna have the same, passion. You know, or at the very least, have someone that liked the original to do the reboot. Like, the Powerpuff Girls reboot, for example, I don't really think anyone on that show watched the original. But whatever.
Go hate boner by constantly bringing it up, or B, they'll see more of the show they actually watched and realize that they were throwing their loaded diapers all over YouTube for years over literally fucking nothing. But hey, Teen Titans Go's massive.
The only reason why I think they are doing the Teen Titans movie was because of how bad the Teen Titans Go reception was, and also they wanted Teen Titans Go to be a success, so they're like, oh, well, if they all go see Teen Titans Go, they're gonna get a sneak peek of something that could happen if we hit this much, tickets in the box office or whatever. Who knows if they actually made it and if they're gonna actually do it. Who knows? They probably will, though. I think, Adult Swim kind of said that they're gonna look into it. I don't know. Fuck it.
Crybaby hatedom is old news. These days, it's all about the Thundercats, She-Ra, and Crunchyroll for some fucking reason. Thundercats Roar was—
Okay, I kinda want to talk about She-Ra a little bit. I want to talk about She-Ra. I don't care if you're gonna shove me for this, but I think She-Ra looks okay. Can she look a little bit better? Why not? Fine. But she looks fine. I like the art style. It's not Steven Universe. I know something that's, oh, it's the Steven Universe kill art style. Not really. It has a cool little, I like the designs of actually the casual She-Ra design. The only thing I don't like about the She-Ra design is I think the costume is bland. I don't think she needs tits and fucking crazy hips to be She-Ra. I just think that they need to do more with the costume. She just looks like she's just wearing white. Looks kind of weird. And lazy. I mean, look at, even Thundercats Roar, a show that I kind of don't really care about the style, at least has fucking designs on the costume. Blue, okay, we're gonna have a little sash thing, or I think that's supposed to be a cape, maybe, with an emerald. Okay, that's something. Thundercat Girl, I don't think she has a good design. Whatever. Blue guy with the spikes. Spikes! There you go, it has something that's visual. She-Ra, okay, white. Add more stuff to it. Don't just have white. I mean, everything else, like, I don't care that she doesn't have tits. I mean, no girl needs tits, dude. I mean, I think She-Ra looks fine. I don't think she looks great. I mean, I think she could be better, sure, but the criticism I see of She-Ra is just, where are the tits? And it's like, I don't think we really need tits to have a good design, guys.
was announced, and the collective response on the internet was,
wow. People didn't like... Oh, whoops. Wow, people didn't like a show because the design is simple and it's kind of a rehash style that we've seen thousands of times. Again, it might not be necessarily exactly like Steven Universe style. It might not be, but it's in the same kind of presentation. The animation's fluidity is fine, whatever, but quick shapes for faces, shapes and just kind of meaty limbs or whatever. There's really no diversity with the body types. It's just kind of all blurs together. That, you know, and I said this before, I think that's why, oh my god, sorry. I think that's why a lot of people are throwing around the Cal art style. Again, I understand why that name stuck. I don't agree with the Cal art style thing, because that's not accurate, but I know why it's stuck, and it's because all of these shows that are comedic, goofy shows are all starting to blur together, where they start to look the same. Yeah, they're different if you actually put the characters over each other's silhouette on the current models, not the model that's been floating around. If you look at the actual show models, they don't necessarily match. But again, it's just the styles are so closely identical that it blurs together that it looks the same.
Just like Teen Titans, Thundercats is one of those properties that was taken far more seriously than they should.
Teen Titans is a... Yeah, it's goofy. I mean, I can't really speak about He-Man, Thundercats, because I haven't really watched Thundercats. I kind of did not... I think I tried to watch one episode, and I think the cat guy, Smurf? The fucking disgusting looking character. I fucking hated him. I was like, I don't want to watch this. This character's fucking annoying. I'm gonna watch something else. So I don't really care about Thundercats that much, TBH, but Teen Titans wasn't, like, it was goofy, sure, it had comedy in it, but it also got serious when it needed to, like, to match the story. Like I'm getting kind of tired, like, how people, like, treat comedy. They think that if you're a comedy, you can't be serious, you can't be dramatic, like you have to have a variety of emotions in a story. You can't just be serious all the fucking time, because then it's just kind of exhausting. And I think that kind of happens with shows like Devilman Crybaby, for example. I mean, but that show I think has always been campy one way or the other, but, you know, some people did not like Devilman Crybaby because it was just too, you know, dark, too much, and there was no balance and, you know, whatever. But, you know, like a show like Violet Evergarden, which I just recently watched, that at least had somewhat of a balance between, like, emotional shit and comedy. It tried to play off very well, that it felt balanced. You need a balance. You can't just be like, oh, it's a comedy show, so it's goofy and stupid. It's like, you can have a serious story and have goofiness. The only thing with Thundercats, I think Thundercats is a little bit more on the campy side. I mean, you have a big buff dude that's half naked throwing a sword around. I mean, that's kind of campy. And I think that's fine. I think there is enjoyment in campiness. I mean, that's why people love Evil Dead. It's a campy horror movie, and then the series that it came from, it was also campy, and it was also great. Campy is not necessarily bad if you are aware of it and you embrace it. And Thundercats, I don't know if it was self-aware about how campy it was, but, you know, people kind of like the campiness of it. So, I mean, you could argue that Thundercats Roar is just is the current year campiness that we see a lot, and that's fine. But you could also just say that it's not for the people who like the original or the 2011 version of it. And I think that's more accurate to say. I think people are just upset that it's not a show for them. And that's fine, because you can complain about a show that you like that's not for you anymore. But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's just like, why have a personal investment, you know? Whatever.
Could have by much of its fans at the time because we were all kids and didn't know squat. The Thundercats have always been really, really dumb, right up to needing to put the villains in gimp suits so you'd know which character you were supposed to be taken nominally seriously, and Thundercats Roar is no exception. But in this age of rose-colored glasses and a nostalgia-hungry market, even slightly hinting at the fact that all your favorite cartoons as a kid were really, really dumb is enough.
But the thing is that people, I haven't seen people complain about Thundercats Wars showing that the series was dumb. I don't think it was necessarily that. It was just that the style was similar to other shows. Like, how many shows can you count? How many shows can you think of that has different animation styles that are staringly different? Like, if you look back in the 90s, early 2000s. I mean, for the most part, Hanna-Barbera cartoons are all similar. I mean, they all look the same. But then you had, like, Two Stupid Dogs, you had Ren and Stimpy, you had Dexter's Lab, you had Johnny Bravo, you had, Rugrats. Are You Afraid of the Dark is not a cartoon, stupid. Our Real Monsters. All these shows had like starkly different styles. Like you could definitely tell. Like if I showed you All Real Monsters and Rugrats, you can definitely tell that they're two different shows. They might have the same kind of principles because I think they were both done by the same animation studio. I think it was done by Calexipo, whatever. Same. I think that those are done by the same studio. Even Johnny Bravo. If you look at Johnny Bravo and Dexter's Lab, very different shows. I mean, they have different shapes, different angles. I mean, Johnny Bravo was a little more of a boxy character. I think in the earlier seasons he was a little bit rounded, and then they kind of made him a little boxy character. Then they kind of did a hybrid later on, but they all had very starkly different styles. Like you could just go through the channels and you'll know what show is what. You just know immediately. Now, like, you can't really tell by the animation style. You can only tell just by looking at the colors. It does become colors pretty much. Oh, guy with red hair and brown body or pale whatever, tan orange body. Thundercats. Okay. Oh, rocks and purple people. Steven Universe. Oh, normal people and woods. Gravity Falls. There you go. Like, it's just stuff that's like this. You don't get much out of visually. You just get colors. That's all it is. You just get colors, which isn't bad. I like the colors that they do, but it's just that the body types are kind of melding together. Come on,
to set off a torrent of inconsolable bawling from the web. None of this was helped by the fact that in 2011, the Thundercats saw a new series that laughably tried to take itself seriously and became part of the then trend of cartoons going, "Please let us be the next Avatar."
You know what? I will say that is a time that people kind of forgot about in animation. They like to ignore it. But around the time Avatar was out, everyone was trying to be it. Everyone was trying to rush to get that popularity. Again, it's like today. It's like today's networks. They want to crack the code of getting that Steven Universe like surge, Adventure Time surge of popularity. They want to strike the iron again. They want the lightning to strike again. That's why you see a lot of this, because it's the same fucking shit you've seen. And a lot of people kind of go back to this and say, yeah, but look, they're trying to improve the animation style. Like, this is the evolution of animation. But you also have to understand, animation can also be dumb and goofy and simplistic as well. I mean, there is some fun in doing dumb animation designs, like, or just simple stuff, which is fine. I think that that's still an art in of itself. It's just that the criticism I see a lot of is just that we've seen a lot of it. The only reason why people weren't really fatigued with this style in comparison was that there's more going on with it. Like, you can look at this and you know immediately it's not The Last Airbender. You can kind of say that it's trying to be it, but you can definitely tell that it's not. So there's more going on. So it was a little bit stuff that's more stimulating, that makes you think to yourself, oh, this is new, this is fresh. You're not aware that you've seen this style like 1,000 times. Now, we've seen a lot of these simple, goofy animations that they all start to bleed together. There's no different animation style that stands out. None of them really stand out because they're all soft edges and they're all rounded. They're not, like, if there was a show that had, like, square, boxy designs, that might be better. That might be more interesting because it's a different fucking shape.
It certainly looked like the creative team had a lot of passion and cared about what they were making, but they chose the wrong property and bit off way more than they could possibly chew.
That's assuming you can't make a good show from a campy material. Like, every show, like look at the Batman animated series and Superman animated series and Green Lantern animated series. All those shows were made to sell toys, but they were able to tell serious stories that kind of made people love them. Because I was watching a commentary of a Superman, the animated series episode. I was watching a commentary on it, and there was a vehicle they had in that episode, and they were saying, well, we had to do this vehicle, we had to throw this in here because we had to sell a toy, so we just had to incorporate this into a story, and this was the story we decided to incorporate this vehicle they wanted to sell. So they still sold toys and whatever, but they still made good stories.
Despite the avalanche of videos on the subject, all anybody could really do was whine ineffectually about the art style because it looks vaguely like Gravity Falls and Steven Universe, and dipshit animation buffs are convinced that there's some kind of conspiracy about CalArt style, because when you run out of lore to smack into a wiki, the only recourse left is to either get better at doing animation criticism or just turn into fucking Alex Jones. Interestingly enough, the knee-jerk sobbing over the supposed destruction of childhood, side note, if a reboot actually can destroy your childhood, you are a pathetic sack of shit, is missing a really...
I like how, like, aggressive Lily is in these videos. Like, it's the same shit I said about Paul Joseph Watson. Because I was watching, when I was doing those videos about him, about the art stuff, it was just him, like, getting more angry at the camera. Like, he was just getting, like, more angry as the video went on. It was like, oh, this is art. This is stupid art. This art sucks. Fuck this art. Oh, it's garbage. Like, it just got more and more angry. And this is kind of the same, where it's just like, well, you know, people complain about it. They're all babies. Okay. Oh, you're a sack of shit. That's pathetic. If this gets so angry, like, you're talking, and it's the same person that is kind of trying to get people to be aware that the cartoons that they're passionate about are dumb, and she's getting angry about that. It's kind of funny.
Key fatal flaw in Thundercats Roar that they don't see because they don't remember the show they actually watched. Thundercats
That is kind of true. I'm not sure about how far Thundercats is, but there are times where I thought a show was good, and then I went back to watch it, and I was like, oh, this sucks. But that kind of happens. That kind of happens. But that doesn't mean that you have to hold new shows to that same standard. Because, like, you could tell someone that, oh yeah, Thundercats was dumb in the 80s. Like, this version of Thundercats had a lot of dumb plots and dumb shit. And they're like, yeah, but, like, I like the character designs. I mean, look how she looks. She looks fucking cool, dude. She has, like, fucking makeup on her face, so she looks like a member of Kiss, dude. It's pretty cool. And then you go to see the new one, and it's like, oh. I mean, it's like a rough draft of something that could be good. Like, the new version of her, I think if they pushed the design more, they could have gone somewhere with it. Like, if they made her a biker chick. That's what she needs. She needs a leather jacket. She needs a leather jacket. She needs chains. Like, the wallet chains, whatever that you see bikers have. She needs, like, ripped jeans. She needs that. Then the design would go over pretty well, if you ask me.
Already the funny version of itself and went the Kingdom Hearts route of just playing everything straight and letting the ridiculousness stand on its own merits. Unfortunately, the creators didn't and couldn't account for an entire generation of sad sacks spending the next 2 decades convincing themselves that the walking cats with thunder swords was important and meaningful storytelling. This isn't...
But in the like, this is kind of the same shit that people think about cartoons. Like, oh, cartoons are stupid. They don't have meaningful stories. They're dumb. They're there for candy. They're eye candy. Fuck them. But then you see cartoons like, you know, Last Airbender, Korra, Teen Titans, Justice League Unlimited. All these shows that are cartoons tell meaningful stories. And like, see, animation has meaningful stories. Oh, you're saying that Thundercats has a meaningful story? Let me scoff at that. Like, you could have a Thundercats story that could be serious. It's just at the 80s, maybe that one wasn't trying to be serious. But you could kind of make it serious because, you know, it's you know, it's like if you look at, like, Greek mythology. Greek mythology can be pretty serious on its own if you read it. It's pretty cool. I like Greek mythology. Shout out to the Greek gods. And, you know, yeah, okay, a guy is in the clouds throwing thunder and lightning. People are born from body parts and random shit. Like, I think Athena was born from Zeus's foot or something. It was something weird like that. And the Greeks, the ancient Greeks, worshipped them. Did they sit there like, oh, this is stupid. You're telling me a guy's doing... Fucking stupid. I can't take this shit seriously. Let's go to let's talk about Jesus, who came back to life. That's serious. That's some serious shit right there. He got crucified. He did all this stuff. Then he came back to life. Serious. That's serious shit. We can't have mythology or any story that has some vagueness of supernatural nonsense and have a serious story, right? That's dumb. Nah, clearly you can't do that. Goes to watch Marvel movies, and the Marvel movies are trying to be serious. Same thing with Star Wars. Kind of funny how people keep bending the narrative to suit them. And it's both sides of this, by the way. People who want to defend Star Wars, like, the original trilogy is great, it's meaningful, the new one doesn't. Then it's like, if you try to criticize one or the other, it's like, oh, it's fucking guys in space shooting lasers, dude. It's so, these criticisms are so inconsistent. It is astounding how inconsistent it is. Like, what happened to criticizing a story or a show or a medium and just take it for what it is? Whatever happened to that? Like, am I gonna go into the Spider-Man, the Marvel Spider-Man on the PS4 and just sit there and be like, I can't shoot fucking webs from my hands. This is unrealistic. This is goofy. I can't take this seriously. I don't get this, man. Like, the better argument would be for Thundercats Roar is, why don't you just review it for the show that it is and not the show that it isn't? Like, right off the bat, it's very obvious that Thundercats Roar is not going for the same shit that the 2011 show is going for. It's going for something differently. And it would be much better to criticize the show for what it is. Because that makes more sense than to shit on a show that is not trying to do. It's like if I try to drive a car and then you say, "Oh, you're not riding the bicycle correctly." It's like I'm driving a car, not a bicycle. I mean, that's a dumb example, but it's like you're comparing a show that's not trying to do something for something that's not trying to do. But okay.
New or restricted to animation, of course, Star Trek has been the poster child for this kind of socially maladjusted outrage for a very long time. Voyager was long seen as the black sheep of the franchise, despite it having more in common with the original Star Trek than Next Generation or Deep Space Nine ever did, but those two shows are superficially intellectual, and as such, going back to its roots in Voyager and boldly going where literally nobody had gone before was seen as stupid and childish. But ironically, it happened a second time when Star Trek Discovery was announced, and a whole bunch of Star Trek fans decried it for the usual political correctness and social justice agenda and white genocide in space. Yeah, you heard that. There are apparently alt-right Star Trek fans, despite the fact that Star Trek has always been extremely and unapologetically leftist for its entire runtime. Hell, capitalism is practically dead in the Federation.
Maybe it's because the marketing of the original were just, hey, Star Trek are people in space. Isn't that cool? They're doing shit. Cool. And now it's like so. Like, I can kind of see, I do see why people are a little annoyed with identity politics and stuff like that. I do kind of, maybe not identity politics, but it's like, I understand the annoyance of, like, being told, oh, we're diverse, we have this going on for us, and it's like, okay, that's cool, but the show can do that for us. Like, why are you talking about the merits of the show and not the merits of your casting? I mean, I can understand if it's an interview, and the interviewer says, oh, so what was the process of the casting, and then you might want to talk about the casting, but if you're, like, trying to sell a show, maybe it'd be better to talk about the show. Did you know I have a black rabbit?
For fuck's sake, and nobody likes the Ferengi. Many of these people, angry that Star Trek Discovery had betrayed them for maintaining the exact same tone and themes the series had from the beginning, jumped ship to the Orville.
I kinda don't care about Star Trek, TBH.
Orville was a similar series based more around comedy, created by and starring Seth MacFarlane, and all these angry man babies started championing it as the true successor to Star Trek. Then the third episode, yes, the third episode, came out that dealt directly with trans issues and came down very much in support of trans people, and then all those same man-children started screaming about how Seth MacFarlane had betrayed them. This one in particular was doubly funny because they made
Hey, guess what? Seth MacFarlane sucks.
the same mistake twice in a row and failed to recognize that something they were idolizing had been very unapologetically progressive for years. To the people who were surprised that Seth MacFarlane is pro-trans,
well, it is kind of surprising when you watch Family Guy.
I have to ask, where the fuck have you been? This has been McFarlane's default for his entire fucking career, you stupid fucking...
Yeah, because American Dad was so liberal, right?
Unfortunately, the people who are simply too stupid to grasp what their favorite shows are actually about is just the tip of the iceberg. It isn't just Star Trek Discovery and Thundercats Roar throwing the internet into a feeding frenzy. Just very recently, there have been 2 outrages over the reboot of She-Ra and an original series from Crunchyroll that have far less hilarious origins. She-Ra and the Princesses of Power is set to come out in mid-November on...
Oh, she has red pants? Oh, that's... Oh, she has like an emblem on her. Okay. That's better. I like that more. See, that's a better design right there. But I could have sworn she was just in all white at one point. I was like, that's not really a good design, but that's pretty good. But again, someone's gonna say, well, but she does have tits, Theo. Women don't need tits to be women, dude, okay? Sound good?
Netflix, and its announcement set the internet ablaze for one reason. She-Ra doesn't have cleavage. No, seriously. She-Ra in the 80s was basically 80s glam made manifest and looked like an anime rendition of a Norse Val.
Again, there's nothing wrong with that either. I'm not saying... Like, the thing is that, it's not that you say one style is good, that the other one's bad. I like both designs. They're both good. I like both. I like sexy designs. I like designs that are just fine. You can like many things, guys. Come on. It's 2018. We can like many things. God damn it.
Valkyrie. In the reboot, She-Ra is considerably younger, and the designers have ditched the strapless top for an actual chest plate, and like...
she's younger. It might be awkward for some people to demand cleavage on a character that's young. But the one thing I will say when I saw this, the one thing I was really confused about with this design is the hair. Just look at the hair. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Like, there's an outline, like, right here. Like, just erase it, and it'd be better. It would be so much better. It would read better. I don't know why this line's there. Because it kind of looks like that she shaves, like, here, and then she has, like, the top that's, like, where all the hair is, and that's dumb. So I don't know why that line's there. If you just get rid of that line, it'd be better. It'd be so much better. Like, what? But okay.
Any well-designed chest plate, it doesn't display a person's breast because it's made of metal and breasts are made of squishy tissue. Fans, and I use the term extremely loosely here, of the old She-Ra were livid that one of their 90 billion pieces of...
I will say, part of me does question these fans of She-Ra. I do somewhat question them because I never heard anyone talk about She-Ra at all. And then all of a sudden they announce this reboot and all of a sudden I hear, well, back in my day, back when I watched She-Ra, it's like, what? But it is what it is. I mean, I'm not going to necessarily shit on people who don't like the new She-Ra or dislike the design. That's fine. It's just that she doesn't need tits. The design's fine. Could it be better? Sure, why not? But it's fine. And depending how old she is, maybe giving her tits would be a bad idea if she's like younger than 15, let's say, or younger than 16, maybe younger than 17. It might be a little weird giving her tits, TBH. Might be weird.
Wank fodder had been made considerably less sexy and pitched a shit fit about it on Twitter, claiming that the new She-Ra looked like a boy, that the creators were being selfish, and a few trying to spin it as the concept artist hating femininity and trying to at least pretend it was about anything other than losing masturbation fuel. What the aging man children...
I don't get why people are... I don't get that complaint that people have either. You have porn, guys. You have Google. Use it.
Either don't grasp or don't care about is that the new She-Ra is aimed at children and teenagers, not older fans, and this seems to be something that...
Yeah, because why would older fans watch that? I mean, it's like Voltron's for kids, right? So why are a lot of adults watching Voltron Legacy Defender? It's almost like they like the story and they like the characters. I mean, at least Allura looks pretty good. Allura looks pretty dope. Keith's mom is pretty good, too. I mean, I like that character. I was always upset when they wrote her off the show. I was like, fuck you. She's a good character. Keep her on. Get rid of everyone else and have a show about her. I'd watch it instantly. Come on. Where's my Keith's Mom spin-off show. I want that. I want that show.
That a lot of older fans of old cartoons don't quite grasp. Reboots of old properties aren't being made for you, they're being made for children today.
That's fair to say that they're made for, you know, kids today, and that's fine. And as I said, it should be more about reviewing a show based on what it is and not what it isn't, because it's kind of unfair to review a show that's not trying to be the thing you're criticizing it for. That's not to say that it's not valid criticism, because I mean at the same time you can't. It's wishy. It's hard to explain. I think I'm having a hard time explaining it, but what I'm trying to get at is just that if you have a show that's trying to be a goofy, you know, lighthearted comedy show, at least you review it on that merit. Like compared to other shows that are like kind of in that same genre. Like, it's like watching Citizen Kane and reviewing it as a Will Ferrell movie. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? You're reviewing a movie, Citizen Kane, with a comedy? Like, what? Oh, Citizen Kane is not funny. It didn't make me laugh like Anchorman, so the movie sucks, clearly.
DVD releases are made for you, so the concerns of adult fans don't...
Yeah, but, you know, DVDs don't make new shows, dude. They don't make new episodes, come on.
...reach their ears, and they really shouldn't, because they're often extremely small in number when compared to a potential real demographic. This selfish entitlement is found in nearly every adult cartoon fandom. Of the YouTubers who analyze Friendship is Magic, it's...
Ooh.
They're often extremely small in number when compared to a potential real demographic. This selfish entitlement is found in nearly every adult cartoon fandom. Of the YouTubers who analyze Friendship is Magic, it seems I'm the only one concerned about the well-being and entertainment value of the primary demographic.
Okay. She does have a point there. So I'm gonna go into some stuff I came across with Digi. I might want to find this video. I hope I can find it. I don't know if I can, but there was a video of Digibro back when he used to review My Little Pony. Someone asked him, "Oh, why didn't you do an analysis video of Breaking Bad?" And what he said, I always laugh about it. I always think about it, and I always get a chuckle out of it. His reasoning behind why he doesn't do Breaking Bad analysis videos at the time was because he thought that was a easy show to understand. It's very simple, you know, straightforward, this and that. My Little Pony, on the other hand, that's more ambiguous, and it's more, like, thought-provoking, and this, that. I'm just, like, sitting there, like, it's a show about horses that are learning how to be friends. What is so ambiguous about it? What's so thought-provoking as friendship lessons? So to bring it back here, she does have a point. A lot of these people who do these analysis videos of My Little Pony really do think that the show is like more serious than it is, and it's really fucking cringy.
Children. It's why episodes lambasted as filler don't bother me. It's why horrible lessons do bother me. It's why I keep imploring the creators to stick to being entertaining rather than lazily chasing world building for brony praise. It's the offshoot of the animation needs to be more.
Well, you could have world building in a kids show. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that either. So now I disagree with her on this part, because this part, it doesn't. It's kind of dumb, because it's like, well, a kids show, we don't need world building, we just need lessons and entertainment. You can have everything in a show, you just have to, like, kind of put effort into it. So yeah, you should have world building in a kids show, or if you want to have it. If it works with the show, then have it. And make good shows? Okay.
More mature. Whinging, where insecure adults want shows to cater to them and only to them and fuck everybody else. Lastly, we come to High Guardian Spice, an original series from Crunchyroll whose initial announcement trailer showed some storyboards and the creators talking about how proud they are of their diverse show crew. Nothing really positive or negative.
So someone brought this up too, and it is kind of funny. How can, like, you could say, oh, we have a diverse crew, that's fine. I don't really care if companies say that, but so far in the video itself, I'm only gonna judge on the video that they uploaded, that they only showed women. There might have been like one guy. I think there was like one guy in the writers' room that was just sitting there, like just sitting there. That's not really diverse. I mean, was there a black girl there? I think there was only white girls. So where's the diversity? Maybe the voice acting is gonna be diverse. Maybe that's what it is. The voice acting is diverse. That's it.
About it, just some concepts and an admission that their staff meets a bare minimum standard of.
So look at these designs. The only thing that kind of doesn't kind of mend with the Steven Universe thing, the only thing that looks like Steven Universe is the girl's face, because it has that like lump there, because it kind of whatever, it has that round edge right here. God damn it! But other than that, it has, you know, the proportions of the body are different because they're more stretched out like a normal body. It's not short, round, and fucking round. And you have this guy. I kind of like his design, to be honest. That's a pretty cool design. Has like fucking minotaur legs. Yeah, pretty cool design. I want to spin off of him. Give me a spin off show with him. I'd watch it. Come on, Crunchyroll, get on it.
Of professionalism, but that didn't stop the tears. You see, if Western cartoon fandom has a man-child problem, Japanese cartoons are almost entirely surviving off their man-child problem. And this announcement was met with a torrent.
Yeah, because Japanese animation is such a booming industry that is not at all having budgetary issues. You might want to look up the conditions of A1 Studios. You know, they're a pretty
of sobbing and whining from people who think Crunchyroll is breaking their promise that the subscription fee is going to support the anime industry and tacitly ignoring that
Digibro, dude. There he is.
As investors, sponsorships, and a parent company that they get additional funding from. They also failed to grasp breaking their promise that the man-child problem, Japanese cartoons are almost entirely surviving off their man-child problem. And this announcement was met with a torrent of sobbing and whining from people who think Crunchyroll is breaking their promise that the subscription fee is going to support the anime industry and tacitly ignoring that Crunchyroll has investors, sponsorships, and a parent company that they get additional funding from. They also failed to grasp that an original series that doesn't carry the stink of most Japanese cartoons will likely bring in new subscribers.
What? The stink of Japanese... Okay.
And thus provide more funding to keep shoveling more crappy softcore porn into the weebs' faces. There's a handful of other complaints.
Because Little Witch Academia has a lot of sexual characters, right? I mean, you look at Akko and you're like, oh man. Obviously. I mean, of course there's fan service in anime. I mean, that's kind of why I stopped watching it for a while. Then I came back because I saw good shows like Gurren Lagann, what else? Gurren Lagann, Kill la Kill. Kill la Kill is pretty good. Even though it's sexual, but it's a parody. It's kind of satirical. Not parody, I think it's like a satirical commentary on sexualization. I mean, the anime that turned me off from anime completely was High School of the Dead. A lot of people like that show, but I was like, if I want to watch fucking hentai, I'll watch fucking hentai. I don't need softcore nonsense, dude. Sound good?
But they all come back to the same thing. People are angry that Crunchyroll is making an original series, and if these videos are anything to go by, they wouldn't be anywhere near as furious if the creators hadn't mentioned the dreaded D and R words, and oh my god, someone has short pink hair! I'm not exactly...
It is kind of funny that people always shun people for having dyed hair. Like, I kind of don't get it because, you know, when I was growing up, when I was a kid, dude, a lot of people dyed their hair. So I kind of don't get how it's like a bad thing. I mean, I guess maybe the colors are pretty bad. Kind of agree with that. I mean, they're going for like pretty bright colors. I don't need hot pink in my eyes, dude. Come on.
Exactly why the cyber Nazis hate women with short, brightly colored hair, but it's probably
because it's like fucking bright ass fucking colors. Like, okay, cool, you want to dye your hair, but I mean, I don't know. And at the same time, is it still in fashion? I feel like dyeing your hair is kind of not in anymore. I kind of feel like it's not hip anymore, but whatever. Who fucking cares? Dye your hair whatever you want. I don't fucking care. Whatever.
For stupid reasons. The nadir of this whole shit show is Digibro, a former MLP YouTuber turned creepy anime cave dweller, who was last seen expressing disappointment that Patreon banned incest, bestiality, and child pornography.
This is fun. I did a video about it. I did go through that Twitter nonsense. I think I deleted the video. I don't know why. I think there was something in that video that I just wasn't coming across. Like, I wasn't expressing, I don't know. It was really fucking weird. I was like, I don't want to fucking upload this. I was so unsure. I was like, if I'm this unsure, I'm not gonna upload it. But I remember that, and it was pretty fucking weird. Pretty fucking weird. Digibro was talking about fucking incest, and I was like, what the fuck? I go to my Twitter, and I see him talking about fucking Patreon is banning incest. Dude, fucking what? Why are you defending this? Okay.
Digibro was a verbose and empty-headed dipshit back when he was doing MLP videos, and that hasn't changed. He's just switched to a medium with a considerably lower barrier to entry and a higher tolerance for stupid bullshit. Digibro has derided High Guardian Spice as Tumblr the anime, which is especially telling that it's entirely due to the creators saying the word diversity in their announcement that set him off, and all the other complaints are fished out of a hat to sound less reactionary than it actually is. I don't buy the excuse that they're just upset that it's not a genuine Japanese cartoon, because most of these deranged fuckers like Ruby, and that's
people like Ruby. I mean, yeah, that's good music. Raven is a cool design. She's a cool character, but people like Ruby. Maybe teenagers. Maybe teenagers like Ruby. Or people who hate themselves. Maybe people who hate themselves like Ruby. That's what it is. See, Lily is shitting on people that already hate themselves. That's a low blow, Lily. People who like Ruby hate themselves, okay? Come on. And you're shitting on them even more. I mean, how does that make them feel? Come on. Wow.
It's made by Americans as well, and Ruby is even on Crunchyroll. You're not fooling anyone, you stupid sacks of shit. You see, unlike Thundercat's Roar, High Guardian Spice...
So then how come Crunchyroll was saying, oh, we're gonna have a Western anime for the first time, that's gonna be High Guardian Spice, when they have fucking Ruby? Fucking what? Well, good point, Lily. You inadvertently brought up a good point, because Crunchyroll, for a while, was selling High Guardian Spice as, oh, it's gonna be the first Western anime on our service. Ruby is fucking Western anime because they're in fucking Texas. But okay. Okay, Crunchyroll. High Guardian Spice is the first one. Wow, I guess they hate Ruby too then.
Spice was just announced with no other material. It's impossible to know what the quality of the show is going to be, or what the content is going to be. But
other than the story is 4 girls going to magic school. Kind of sounds similar, right? You know, it sounds like, oh, Sailor Moon, 4 girls go to school. Not a magical school, it's a normal school. Whoa, difference. And they are magical girls, they do shit. Okay. Old Academia, 4 girls go to magic school, shit happens. Ruby, 4 girls go to hunter school, shit happens. Yeah, very different. Very refreshing. I think what High Guardian Spice should have done, and they could have gone away with it too if it wasn't for those pesky kids, is just not have it be about magic school. How about you have a show, these 4 girls are trying to go through a tower, and it's like a death tower, whatever. You go through gauntlets of shit, you fight them, and they go to the top, they fight this bad guy. The bad guy is like a god or whatever, and whoever beats him gets to inherit his powers. Pretty tight. And during that trip, they learn stuff about the world and about the world build inside that tower. And they go up and they learn stuff about it, like, oh, this stuff is always going on, and it keeps passing on and on and on, and there's a government conspiracy about it. This is that. Where is that anime? God damn it. I know Persona 3 is kind of close because you go through a tower, but I mean, come on. Come on. Do you really need a fucking magical girl school show? Come on.
To the knee-jerk crybabies who make up something like 90% of the fans of Japanese cartoons, they just heard the word diversity and just got sent into a torrent of absolutely
Yes, diversity, not that, you know, the showrunners bragging about diversity are one gender. Are all one gender, by the way. They're all women. Diversity. That's like me having a, like, just this pencil and saying, I have a diversity of pencils. And they all look just like this. Imagine if someone said that white people are diverse. Like, having a group of white people is diversity. Imagine what would happen.
Inconsolable bawling. Similarly to how it was rumored that G5 of My Little Pony would have Applejack voiced by a black voice actress, and Equestria Daily had a fucking meltdown about it. Or when Hasbro posted a Pride tweet on the very last day of Pride Month, and they had yet another meltdown about it. Rip the sheet off and you'll see what's actually underneath. A bunch of conservative troglodytes losing their shit over the possibility that a cartoon is going
Maybe it's just a bunch of idiots. Maybe.
To be progressive based on literally fucking nothing. A diverse crew is not a guarantee of quality. Steven Universe has a diverse crew, and half its runtime is spent begging the viewer to feel sorry for the genocidal space fascists. These are people who willingly work for Crunchyroll, so there's a good chance that they have the same standards of quality. Steven Universe has a diverse crew, and half its runtime is spent begging the viewer to feel.
So then, doesn't that kind of prove the point then? He's like, oh, well, see, people are getting angry because they have diversity in their show, and that's dumb. Steven Universe has diversity, and their shows are dumb. Look, dude, they made tyrants sympathetic, dude. Come on. Okay.
Feel sorry for the genocidal space fascists. These are people who willingly work for Crunchyroll, so there's a good chance that they have the same standards for quality as much of the fandom for Japanese cartoons.
And that's the other thing to say, is that at least they wanted to work on the show. They're not like Crunchyroll didn't just herd people and like, okay guys, come on, you're making the show, and they're like, oh okay, guess we're making a show. But I'm just kind of apprehensive about High Garden Spice because it looks just like Little Witch Academia, and I would much rather watch Little Witch Academia for the 10th time. Well, 3rd time, because I watched it 2 times.
Has fucking none. But even if High Guardian Spice did turn out to be super progressive, that wouldn't justify the pathetic shrieking of these.
I don't. At least in my circles, I can't speak for everyone, but the people who I'm around that talked about this, I just kept saying the style is similar to other shows. I'm tired of this art style. And the premise sounds like it's been done before. And I'm gonna say this, guys, is gonna surprise you, but I don't like the hair colors. That one's okay. That one can get a pass. I think in the promotional picture of this, I like that character. She's pretty cool, but these two can get axed, and I probably wouldn't care. I think we need a spin-off of these two characters. Fuck these two. Get rid of them. Get them out of here. Get them out of here.
These sad sacks of shit because they're thin-skinned tantrums about the increasing visibility of women, minorities, and LGBT.
Yeah, that's what it is. People don't like these characters because they're women. That's what it is. Nothing to do with art style. No. It's women. That's what it is.
Is an obsolete value, and they need to fuck off from civilized society forever. You know, more
They need to fuck.
more than they already have done. The fact that they're so fucking angry about this is a good thing because minorities and LGBT is an obsolete value, and they need to fuck off from civilized society forever. You know, more than they already have done. The fact
that's a cool design, to be honest. I'll be honest. I do like this design. She has cool tattoos. The tattoos are pretty sick. The hair could be a little bit better, but I do kind of like it's like a those 80s biker kind of hairstyles, like you would see like in an 80s action movie, like those cheesy action movies. You would kind of see her in like those biker bars. She has a cool like little bracelet there that's like a punk rock, pretty tight, cool skirt. I like the flannel shirt that she's around. So overall, pretty cool design. I like this design. I think this design gets a little too much shit on. Give me a spin-off of this. Get this character. I want a spin-off of this character. She looks pretty sick. She looks pretty tight. This is pretty cool. Thumbs up from me.
That they're so fucking angry about this is a good thing because
That's not that wasn't a good design, TBH. She looks like a Laura ripoff. So, get rid of her. Get rid of these two. Keep her. Good show. Done. Your show is already better. Your show will be going up in quality.
fuck those assholes with a wire brush. Ow. Every time a new animated series is released nowadays, it's the same shitstorm, and in Crunchyroll's case, a lot of people are calling it SJW unironically because of the writing team, which tells me more about the person criticizing the show than it does the show itself, despite my insult.
Well, if you're selling your show and what you come to is we have a diverse show, cast or whatever, that doesn't tell me about the show. you know that's the thing. Remember when we used to get trailers or like people who talk about the show and they talked about the fucking show? I remember that. I remember watching I think there was they did a video for Samurai Jack and Gendy tartar sauce whatever was on camera and he was like saying, "Oh, this show is gonna be like this. You're gonna see Jack in a different light. It's gonna be great." Did he sit there and say, "Well, we got a variety of people working on the show. The show is gonna have a great staff. We hired the best. They have the best resumes. The resumes are tremendous." No, he talked about the fucking show. Let's look at the High Guardian Spice teaser. Let's see what this is all about. It's a scam.
This show has a lot of heart that I don't think would have come through from any other studio.
Little Chick Academia has a lot of fucking heart, bitch. Come on!
One of the things that really attracted me to the
letter
position was the opportunity to do traditional hand-drawn 2D animation.
Elation Studios. I want to see what Elation Studios has done. Elation Studios. Let's see what you have done.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Is this it? I don't think so. This is it. Merchandise. Okay. This isn't really telling me anything about the show, but do they do shows? What do they do? What is Elation then? What the fuck? Whatever. Okay.
Not only do I get to go back to the art form that I truly love, but I also
Go back to the art form you truly love, but
get to create a studio.
Well, it's
from
animation,
scratch.
so. Yeah.
High Guardian Spice is about 4 girls who live in a magical city and are going to school to become guardians.
Guys, what a fresh story. So the people who are complaining about the story, saying, "Oh, well, the story is what is it? The story is bland and similar and been done before." They're just being haters, dude. They're just being man babies. Come on, okay? Clearly, this is a revolutionary story idea. The only thing that could be different is different enemies and shit, but still, if you simplify Ruby's story to, like, the pitch for Ruby would probably be 4 girls go to school to become huntresses.
It's funny and it's warm and
it's funny and warm. I mean, okay, we're talking about
adventurous, and they're letting us make it a little bit weird, so that's very exciting.
No, that's fine. See they start the video 36 seconds in and they talk about the show. Isn't that great? It's great. You know what? End it here, pack it up. Perfect teaser.
There's an authenticity to it and a sincerity that's just heartwarming.
It's a very modern reflection of the world.
So far, it's like, yeah, but it's funny that they kind of all say the same thing, though. It's all the same. Warm and it's funny and warm. Oh, it's lighthearted and charming, and it's heartwarming, dude. You said this already. This is the same shit we've heard.
Our characters are really diverse, our cast is really diverse, and that's one.
And a
I
sincerity.
want to hear that again.
Just heartwarming.
It's a very modern reflection of the world. Our characters are really diverse.
Character diversity is fine. I don't think anyone's complaining about the character diversity. I mean, character diversity is character diversity. It is what it is. Okay. That is fine to say in a pitch, or at least in a when you're describing the show. I'll let that slide. I'll let that slide.
Cast is really diverse.
Well, I would kind of hope the cast is diverse. If you have a black character and he's voiced by a white guy, kind of weird. But then again, you know, they did that with Korra. So, guess it depends on the skill. The skill of the voice actor / actress. So, you know, it's fine to cast diverse. You know, there's nothing wrong with that, but, you know, hope they're good at acting. But they probably are. I have faith. I have faith that they're gonna cast good people.
And that's one of the things that excited me the most about it.
People are really excited about what the show is and what it represents.
What does it represent? I don't know what it represents. All I got was that it's 4 girls go to school to become guardians. I could get the same shit out of Ruby, and that's a shitty show. Hold on, I'm gonna here he's.
The factors
are really diverse.
Is doing
Is really diverse, and that's one of the things that excited me the most about it.
People are really excited about what the show is and what it represents.
But what is it? What does it represent? School? It represents school? I'm not excited about school. Who's excited about school? Who gets excited? Oh boy, school! I'm gonna be a doctor, dude. Sound good?
The Crunchyroll Originals is doing this as a 2D animated series. It's giving us an opportunity.
Because there's no 2D animated series on Crunchyroll. A website with 2D yeah.
To do things artistically.
Okay.
A lot of other shows and other studios really have forgotten how to do.
Are they talking about Western studios? I mean, Western studios still do 2D animated shows, like Thundercats, Roar's 2D, Steven Universe is 2D, Adventure Time's 2D, Teen Titans is going to be 2D, Young Justice is 2D. I mean, they're doing a new Young Justice, that's 2D, I believe. Yeah, they forgot how to do 2D, dude. Sound good? I mean, if they're talking about the movie industry, the movie side of things, yeah, because, you know, they might want to go for 3D because it's cheaper, but okay.
We are 50% female in all the creative roles, and our writer's room is 100% female.
Oh, there's the diversity. 50% female, then 100% women in the writer's room.
I mean, this is what my whole...
That's diversity, dude. Sound good? I mean, the other department that 50%, that's diversity because it's 50%. You're splitting the half. You know, you're getting, you know, mix and match and stuff. Okay, but 100%, that's not diversity. That's kind of the opposite.
Whole career has been about is trying to get those
unless they're talking about skin color. Maybe that's the diversity right there. Maybe that's what it is.
In there that are not being heard.
I don't think anyone has seen stories quite like the ones that we're going to tell.
Oh, so we haven't seen a story about 4 girls that go to school to become X thing? Yeah, that never happened before. Little Witch Academia wasn't about 4 girls that go to school, guys. You didn't know this, but it was very, very clever. Little Witch Academia was really about 4 girls that were in a coma, and they were coming to terms with being in a coma. That's what it is. That's what it really was about. Not they didn't go to school to become witches. And Ruby, that's another tricky thing. You know what? Ruby was deeper than I thought it was, actually. It wasn't that 4 girls that went to school to become huntresses. It was actually 4 girls that were just doing drugs all the time. That's what it was. Okay.
Insulting jab a minute ago, most of the staff has a very wide pedigree with Star vs. the Forces of Evil, Rugrats, The Simpsons, Animaniacs, Adventure Time, and Equestria Girl in a show than a new anime show itself. Despite my insulting jab a minute ago, most of the staff has a very wide pedigree with Star vs. the Forces of Evil, Rugrats.
There's no new Rugrats, though. I mean, I think they announced a reboot of it, but, I mean, who fucking cares at this point? I mean, the Rugrats are the Rugrats. They kind of ran their course. You know, and I think the other thing that people are annoyed with reboots is that we're getting too much of them, but I think it's just, that's how it's always gonna be.
The Simpsons, Animaniacs, Adventure...
Yeah, because people still love The Simpsons.
Time and Equestria Girl in their writers' resumes, but it seems like the man-child crowd saw some pink hair and the dreaded D-word and lost every last crumb of their shit. And this...
Well, as we just watched, they said that 100% of the writers' room is women. How can you say that's diversity? I mean, what aspect is diversity? I mean, if you're gonna say that it's 100% one gender, then say, well, we have diverse writers of different colors. Then I don't know. Then or just don't fucking talk about it. Or have the show speak for itself. You know what about that? And, you know, if you have to bring up that, I don't know what to say about the show.
Along with Thundercats and She-Ra, is nothing more than a preemptive crybaby tantrum based on literally fucking nothing. If you think you have legitimate criticisms of these shows, shut the fuck up. You don't. None of these shows have aired yet, and you're an idiot if you think you can predict what's going to happen in it.
Okay. High Garden's Place does have a chance to be a good show. You know, I'll say that. I will say there is a level of interest I do have in that show, but it's not enough for me to actually care enough. But at the same time, I'll just watch Little Witch Academia and get the same experience, because the premise sounds so fucking done before. 4 girls go to school, become X thing. Insert character, insert place, insert become. X character goes to school to become X thing. That's very new. The reason why The Last Airbender was such a big hit was because it was more than just a coming-of-age story. It was that, but it did more than just that. It introduced a whole new set of rules, like, oh, people can throw elements out of their hands. There's a whole thing with balance. There's a whole thing with these characters that all bounce off of each other. It was stuff that was new. They took something that was basic, and they just added stuff in it. High Garden Space can do that. It's just that in the teaser, they kind of didn't elaborate what it is. It's just girls go to school to become guardians. What does that mean? What am I supposed to get from that? Like, what about that show is gonna make me sit there and say, you know what, this looks different. This looks new. There's not a hook in that teaser. Because what's warm about it? What's heartwarming about it? Sure, it might be so early in development they can't show the full, or at least a representation of the thing. But then just not talk about it. Wait until you have something to show. All they had was storyboards and character designs. That's cool, but I would like to know more than they go to school. It's so simple. It's such a simple show, and it's like there's nothing in that teaser that would make people interested. So of course people are going to be like, this show sucks, because there's nothing in that teaser that was interesting. The pitch was so bland that people were talking about the diversity thing isn't brought up until a minute into the video. A minute into the video, and they just get around to talking about diversity. The whole 75% of the video goes into the show is warm, fuzzy, funny, it has jokes, it's lighthearted, it's animated, it's girls that go to school to become guardians. Okay. What does that have to do with anything? What does that tell me about the show? All I got was it's animated. I know it's animated. I know what the characters are gonna look like. And I know that they go to school to become guardians. I don't know the rest of the premise. I don't know what the hook is going to be. Like, Ruby, okay, the hook for that show could be the magic of it. Like, oh, well, they have semblances and animal people that want to fight for equality, and they have, you know, these monsters that come in and kill people based on emotion or some dumb shit like that. That's something. Witch Academia, well, it's witches, but the main character can't fly. She doesn't get anything right. She's a failure, pretty much. Okay, that's the hook. What's the hook for this? It's funny. That's the hook. Any show could be that. Disenchantment. It's a funny show. That's the hook. Like, what's the hook? What's so unique about Guardian of Spice that's gonna make me look at this show and be like, this is not like the other shows? I got nothing from this video. They had to talk about fucking diversity in it, and that's supposed to be the hook. I'm not gonna watch the show and be like, oh, the writing room, dude. Oh man, the people are all different, dude. No one thinks about that when you watch the show. The show should speak for itself. The fact that they had nothing to say about the show other than basic fucking descriptions doesn't really leave a good impression. It doesn't leave a bad one, it just leaves me thinking that the show is gonna be fucking boring. But okay. I mean, at least She-Ra. At least the She-Ra reboot and the Thundercats reboot, those have something to them. Like, I'm a little bit more like, well, with Thundercats War, it's a comedy show, it's goofy, but, you know, the art style of the animation is a little bit fluid. It's trying to do something a little different than from the 2011 show of it. That it is what it is for that show. She-Ra, at least, you know, I like the animation style of it. I do kind of like the character design of She-Ra. It could be a little bit better, but I think it's fine where it is. I don't think she needs boobs. She's fine as it is. The hair could be better. I think the hair drawing is weird, but you know, okay. And She-Ra has its own little hook because it's an established property. High Garden Space is new. What am I supposed to get from it? It's funny. Okay.
You don't have enough information to have an informed opinion on them. You're just
but the teaser was garbage. The teaser was pretty bad. It's funny, guys. The show is funny. It's warm. It's gonna make you warm and fuzzy, dude.
Another conservative snowflake. Grow a thicker skin and quit being so fucking sensitive.
Okay, so that's it for this. For this fucking video. It was something. It was something. My takeaway from her video is mostly that it's kind of shitting on people. Like, it's kind of saying that you can't criticize a show just because it's not out yet. But I think there are people that do go overboard with it. But at the same time, I mean, you can't criticize the show in the sense that, you know, High Garden Spice, the show might be good, but the teaser was bad. It didn't really make me curious or interested. It was boring. The She-Ra reboot, I mean, it's a reboot. I do like the character design. I think the design's fine. I think people are kind of overreacting to the design. I think they want more stylized design. Like, I think they want a little bit more than just okay, she's a kid. I don't know. Maybe they want her to be more of an adult character, because I think maybe She-Ra was supposed to be you know, in her 20s, but whatever. But She-Ra is fine. I kind of didn't care. It was like, you know, if the premise is that she's young and she's like a kid, you know, it kind of makes sense why her design's that way. Just saying. And Thundercats Roar, I talked about this in another video, but it's just a show going for something else. So you can criticize the shows that aren't out yet. It's just that you kind of have to, you know, at least not give a definitive review. I don't know, maybe that doesn't make sense, but like, you can be turned off from shows, and that's fine. I mean, I think that's the takeaway. By the way, let's talk about art for a second. I just noticed this. I don't think you can see it because I think I'm blocking the... I don't want to move that. Let's move me. Oh, Cleo's in the way too. Look at that hand. Now I want you guys to do this and look at your hand and see where your thumb's pointing. Yeah, it points outward. The left hand thumb points outward. So does she have a thumb on this side? Dude, she might be a mutant. If her thumb is going to the inside and it's like this, and the thumb's on this side, she might be a mutant. Dude, she might. Wow, that's unfortunate. I mean, her pinky's here, and wow. I don't think Lily does her art. I think this is done by someone else, and whoever did it really did not look at any reference for the hand. Hands are hard to draw, so technically the hand is technically well drawn, but they got the anatomy wrong, which is a pretty big deal. It's kind of clear that this guy probably had a hard time drawing the thumb. So if you have trouble doing that, just to have her do this, then. Or just do something else, or just cut this off. So this hand is bad. This is a very badly drawn fist. It's so bad. So that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. I enjoyed it. I might do a follow-up to this video if I see a good, if I feel like it. But thank you for watching. This video has been fun. It's been fun, guys. See you in the next one.